Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to explain about the grammar translation method from the paper ELT English Language Teaching. In this grammar translation method, I included the following topics: introduction, definition, history, objectives, principles, features, classroom techniques, advantages, disadvantages, and conclusion. Now we see the introduction of GTM. Grammar translation method is a way of studying a language that approaches the language first through the detail of its grammar rules, followed by applications of this knowledge to task translating sentences and text into the target language. It is the method of studying language through the grammar rules of the native language into the target language. The main task is the translating the sentences and text into the target language. Okay. Now we look at the definition. The grammar translation method is the method of foreign or second language which uses translation and grammar study as the main teaching and the learning activity. Grammar translation method is the method of learning foreign language with using of grammar rules of the mother tongue. History of GTM. GTM was firstly used in the middle of 19th century in the Germany by Karl Pearce and Medinger. GTM is the oldest method of teaching. This method has been used from the classical times to translate the classical languages Latin and Greek. It has been called classical or traditional method. Objectives of GTM: to read and understand the literary text in the target language. The main or first objective of GTM is to understand the literary text in the target language. Second one is to able to translate from one language to another language. Third one, to develop the reading and writing skills. Fourth one, the students can become the more familiar with the grammar of their native language, also write and their native language better. In the process of the learning foreign language through mother tongue, they will improve the reading and the writing of their native language. Fifth one, providing the students good mental exercise. Principles: native language is medium of instruction. Deductive teaching of grammar. Accuracy is emphasized. Next, coming to the features. Classes are the taught in the mother tongue with a little active use of the target language. This will help the student to learn the target language easily. Second one, focuses on reading, writing. Use the sentences as the basic unit of teaching because the main translation takes place with the sentences. Adopts a deductive approach, means student will be given explanation of grammar rules with examples. Grammar rules are one taught directly. Grammar rules are taught directly. Written form is more important than spoken. Literary text are materials. Because the main objective is understanding the literary text of target language. That's why literary texts are the main materials. Emphasizing accuracy. Studying the grammatical structures will emphasize on accuracy of the language rather than the fluency. Now, classroom techniques. For teaching GTM, we need some techniques that to be implemented in the classroom. These are the following techniques. Reading comprehension. Reading and understanding the meaning of the given text. Grammar and vocabulary activities. Fill in the blanks. Composition of passage. The student should be compose the passage with the words and the grammatical structures. Translating of literary passage as the main classroom activity. Coming to advantages of GTM. Comparison between two languages helps students to have a better understanding of the sentence meaning. Systematic study of grammatical rules plays an important role because in this method we focuses on the only grammatical rules. Translation is the easiest way of explaining meanings or words and the phrases from the one language into another language. Does not require teacher to speak good English. The mother tongue or the native language plays an important role in the process of the learning, so teacher does not require to speak good English. Clear explanation and the structure learning. Large class can be taught. Increase the vocabulary. Word-to-word translation take place so students improve their vocabulary in the foreign language. Now, disadvantages of GTA. The grammar translation method puts too much emphasis on reading and writing, neglects listening and speaking. Memorizing grammar rules and bilingual word list does not motivate the student to actively communicating the target language because it will lay huge pressure on student mind to remember the both languages, structures and the word list. So student will not actively communicate in the target language. It prevents student from the thinking directly in English. Here is the learning process taking place through the mother tongue, so there is the less chance to the thinking student foreign language. It is not a communicative method. Main emphasis is given on the rules of grammar because it is mainly focuses on the grammatical structures. Students try to do everything by translation. They do not think directly target language. They blindly follow the translation method. Extensive memorization. Extensive memorization because the language has so many grammatical structures and vocabulary to remember. Now the conclusion of the presentation. We had the opportunity to examine the principle and the techniques of the grammar translation method. Because the main objective or goal this grammar translation method is to read and understand the literary text of the target language. We believe that one of the main reasons for learning a foreign language according to this method is to able to read and understand the literature of the target language, making student able to read and write the target language. GTM is a very good to learn and accuracy of language. Thank you.